Well, greetings. As a woman who started yo-yo dieting in middle school and spent decades at war with my body, with my weight, and with my energy, I know how exhausting and confusing the wellness world can feel, especially when perimenopause or menopause enters the picture, and especially during the holidays. That's why, by the end of this video, I'm going to answer one simple question, and that is, what is the one shift with eating that can change everything this holiday season while still letting you enjoy your food, your family, and your social life? I promise there's no dieting, no perfection, no starting in January because, in case we haven't met yet, my name is Robin Richards, and I am your holistic weight loss, wellness, and Reiki master teacher. Now, I help women in perimenopause and beyond with activating their inner coach by using science meets soul systems. So, releasing weight and reclaiming energy, it brings forward how you're truly meant to be at this season of life, which is confidence and ease filled, so you can approach all seasons of life. So let's talk about what's really going on right now. Now, every woman I work with is saying the same thing. I don't want to gain weight. I'm tired. I'm overwhelmed. And I barely have the bandwidth to think about myself. So I might as well just wait until the new year. And honestly, I get it. Especially if you're like me and you're in the Midwest, the snow, the freezing temperatures, shoveling, slippery commutes, and also for me, there's some extra care that I need for my arthritic hands in this season of the holidays. You see, I've been there. I know what it's like because my old pattern was to gain between 10 to 15 pounds between November and January. And then I would go full punishment/diet mode in January, even while letting myself go in that in between time. The inner critic was demolishing my spirit. And the inner critic was so loud inside of my head during those times of my life. But here's what I've learned. It doesn't have to be that way. You see, there's a way to move through the holidays, through all of your life, feeling steadier, feeling calmer, and lighter without dieting, without overhauling your life, without perfection. I know this because I live it. About a decade ago, I released over 60 pounds of physical weight, and I've kept it off. In that decade, I have traveled through undiagnosed early perimenopause into menopause, and now at 43, I am more fit and grounded than I was at my wedding 16 and a half years ago, or even in high school. Now, I do hesitate to share that with you because it's not about numbers and it's not about size. That's not the point. Bodies are incredible at every stage, and my body is incredible. It got me here to where I am now. But the truth is, in the past, I wasn't in balance and I wasn't confident and ease filled. In fact, I was inflamed, both physically and mentally. Learning to ditch diets alongside regulating my nervous system and nourishing myself mindfully has allowed me to truly build my inner coach. So that inner critic, it's just not the same story that's going on inside. In fact, I've changed everything from the inside out. And now I am here to teach you how to do the same. Because if it works for me and all of the messiness that life has thrown my way from childhood into especially the last decade where I've maintained this weight loss and developed the Balance Your Body method to serve you with science meets soul systems to support your real life, in fact, not just support it, but enhance it, then you can too. The reality is I'm recording this on December 5th, and I'm a little behind where I wanted to be with getting all of this work out because just last month, I actually lost two loved ones. They died a week apart. One was a friend and the other was a family member. I ended up traveling and helped with planning and supporting my family through the grief. In fact, there were two separate long distance trips that I did, one to go and help with the planning, the other to bring my family for the memorial service. Throughout all of that, the most beautiful part of the work of being a holistic weight loss, wellness, and Reiki master teacher comes through because I didn't stress about what I was going to wear or how I was going to fit into clothes. I didn't stress about what I was going to eat or where I was going to get food or if I was going to stay on plan or not. Why? Because the way that I nourish myself now, it works anywhere. And this is what I teach you. It works even in fast food stops and the occasional or not so occasional sweet treat, because we are meant to live our lives, and that includes food. That's the freedom, steadiness, confidence, and trust that I want you to experience. I'm here to teach you simple, sustainable ways that are science and soul supported that are going to help you to activate that inner coach. Because midlife, it's a real, real big deal. And so are the holidays. And every season, especially those where we are called to serve our families and our communities. So even though hormones are shifting, even though the stress response is getting louder, even though energy can be pulling us in 1,000 different directions, even though the mental load can feel so great and the noise of this seemingly dystopian world can be rattling, even though the inner critic can get a little extra chatty, especially this time of year, I want you to know that hope is not lost and that it definitely is not your fault. You see, it's not a lack of discipline if you're feeling low energy, bloated, scattered, if you're craving everything, if you're feeling frustrated, or if you, like I did in the past, are just like, oh, forget it. Just wait for another yo-yo diet come January. You're not the problem, nor those choices that you are or are not making. Truly, it's the world that we live in. You see, the world is steeped in diet and hustle culture, in people trying to push profits for one-size-fits-all solutions that are just masking symptoms versus empowering you with education around how your body and mind and energy naturally work in cohesion so that you can activate your inner critic and engage in ways that are not only accessible right now in the moment, but that you can sustain and scale to build your holistic weight loss and wellness and maintain health in all seasons of life. So let's get to this one thing that you can do starting today. Here it is. It's deceptively simple and incredibly powerful. Just insert a pause before you take a bite. That's it. Just a pause. And if you add a slow inhale to smell your food, you've actually just leveled up this pause, and it's become a mini ritual that's going to shift your entire state of being as well as your eating experience. The other beautiful part is that it's probably going to go unnoticed by those around you because you can take that pause and take that little sniff without anyone else noticing. And doesn't have to be in your hand, by the way. It can be on a fork as well. You see, what you're doing is you're deepening your experience of food when you pause. And when you smell your food, it makes the flavors feel richer and deeper because your senses are being primed as they are meant to be. You're grounding yourself in the present moment, and what happens is you are shifting into awareness instead of autopilot. You're reconnecting to your body. And when you do that, you begin activating hormones that support digestion and satiety, including naturally occurring GLP-1s. This is what your body is meant to do. It is meant to help support you in digestion, in feeling fuel, steady energy, so that you can not only live your life, but enjoy it. This pause is your invitation to a new relationship with food and your body, not only right now during the holidays, but beyond. And if you are wanting to take this even further, let me tell you where you go. You're going to want the meal matrix because it's the perfect next step. I've created it to provide you with a simple, flexible system that removes mental load of what should I eat? And it helps stabilize energy so that you're not crashing at 2 p.m. The meal matrix is what I live every single day that allows me to show up for my life without having to stress around what I'm going to eat or how, because it's all on your plate. Not necessarily all at the same time, but it is all an option because the meal matrix is going to teach you how you support weight release naturally. You see, it supports you by working with your real, beautifully messy life. It helps you to adapt to cravings, preferences, even seasons and stress levels, because it's going to teach you how to coach yourself and build awareness versus policing yourself and fueling that inner critic. You can learn it starting today. And I've designed it so that in 15 minutes or less, you can take the information and bring it to your next eating experience. There's a one-page visual I've created so you can take it physically on your phone or printed wherever you go. There's no restriction. This is not another program that is going to need to wait till the new year. It's not even going to need to wait till tomorrow. You can start it right now because it's not going to tell you to shrink yourself or overhaul your life. It's truly a tool to support you in returning to how you're meant to be, which is in balance in your body and in your relationship with food. And what better time to find some balance than right now during the holidays? Now, you can get the meal matrix at robinswellness.com or directly at the site offers.robinswellness.com/meal matrix. So take a breath with me. That breath is going to shift you from reacting to responding in your life. And the response of your body is supporting your metabolism and your energy and all of the other things that help you to bring your light and delight into the world. Now, the meal matrix will be there when you want to enhance building that inner coach so that you can truly release weight and reclaim energy in all seasons of life. Now, I'm going to be back soon because I am dedicated to be your teacher so that you can activate that inner coach. And I'm going to hold your hand every step of the way and walk with you as we continue to practice along this journey. Until next time, namaste.